What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be diving back into Wayward because it's been about a year since we took a look at it. This game frequently gets giant infusions of content, and so that means I gotta check in on it a little bit more frequently. This game kind of stands alone. There's not really a whole lot like it out there in the world. Like, this is a pure survival RPG. It does have monsters, and it does have critters, and it does have things that want to hurt you, but by and large, this is a game that's very much kind of like Castaway, the roguelike. It's a game about banging coconuts together until eventually you have something workable, and that's what I always found appealing about this game. A short forward, this is an incredibly difficult game. Like, this is a super gnarly game for new players. It has a very high learning curve. Like, there is just a ton of stuff that can kill you outright. Like, this is the kind of game where you get poisoned at full health and just slowly over the next day, you just fail all your constitution rolls and you just die of poison the next day, and you just spent like 40 minutes playing the game and just no way to get rid of it. It happens from time to time. There is a way to get rid of it, but like a new player is not going to know how to do that, and that's kind of like what I'm telling you, is that like the metagame and understanding how things work and how to like fix various problems is a big part of this game, and that's what I find appealing about it. So we're going to dive in today for about 25 minutes, see if it's anything that you want to add to your wish list or otherwise pass on. If you want to interact with the game after seeing this video, I'll have a link for you down below in the description, along with my Discord and my Twitch stream. Pretty good chance the next stream after this video goes live, I'll probably play it for about 4 hours, because this game can be a slow burner. This game can be a very slow burner, and so 30 minutes is oftentimes, whenever I feature this game, not really enough to like show you the depth of what there is to do. Like, aside from that too, is it's just like I've been working like 7 days a week putting these videos together for like weeks now, and so I'm just tired, and so I'm just gonna take it from the top. Let's go ahead and start a new game. And that's fine. I've got a bunch of characters over here. We will play Spork. We will dive on in. I've got a bunch of like pre-made characters that it'll keep with all of your different attempts at surviving the game. And so I gotta take a look around here. I'm gonna walk around the island for a second and see if this is an island worth starting on. This is one of those games where sometimes the island that you start out on is not going to be survivable from time to time. Like, it is, but like it's gonna force me to take a playstyle that is not conducive to bringing new players on into the game. A very desperate playstyle of like building a boat early and whatnot. And so I'd rather have like the normal survival experience. So I'm gonna wander around for a second and just see if this island is a good island or a bad island. I wanna know if it's getting presents or coal. Well, this island seems workable. Like, it may not be a perfect island, but then again, who amongst us is perfect? You know what I mean? I assume it's the same way with islands that it is with people. You know, Po Buddy's nerfect. And so anyways, we got to get started. I've already found a water supply, so check. That's the first thing that we needed to get done, and I've already done it. We found a water supply. Good for us. Let's go through the UI real fast so that you'll understand what you're taking a look at. We've got our HP, we've got our stamina, we've got our food, and we've got our water. If any of these meters goes down to 0, bad things happen. You don't want that to happen. You're playing kind of survival meter made in this game. We have our reputation with the island. The island itself in this game is sentient. Consider this whole thing like a cosmic version of Jackass. You're doing stuff on this island, and the island is watching you like a network viewer and applauding when you do like really dumb stuff like eat a worm, and getting really upset with you when you do things like, I don't know, light the entire island on fire or chop down trees unnecessarily. And the game will adjust its difficulty based on how you're interacting with the island. So if the island likes you and is very positive with you, more good things will happen. If the island is really mad at you, bad things will happen. And that's the core rotation. We've also got our carrying weight, we've got our attack power, and we've got our defensive power right here. In the early game, I think things that we really want to get done is we kind of, well, we can make a fishing rod right now. Ooh, that's kind of tempting. Yeah, make a fishing rod. There we go. We've got a fishing rod. Huzzah for me. If I see any fish around, I'll try to fish them out of the water and get ourselves a free meal. Getting an early fishing rod is not normally something that happens, but at the beginning of the game, you're always going to start out with a backpack full of crap. You never know what you're going to have in your backpack. All you will have is a water source and clothing and a bedroll, and everything else is pretty much random. You have no idea what you're going to get. So we got potato seeds. Looks like we have a hammer. Looks like we also started out with a sling, I guess, just in case you're into ranged combat. We start out with 2 rocks. I'm going to take those 2 rocks and I'm going to nap them into a sharp rock. That way I at least have a cutting tool for a second. And then we need to get rid of some of these messages down here too. All right, so early game concerns in the game of Wayward. Well, we need to find a solid supply of food. and we need to find a solid supply of water. We've accomplished one of those things. There's a bunch of fresh water over here, probably enough to last us 3 or 4 days until we can find something more consistent or until we can distill seawater. Next up is finding food, and this is going to be far more challenging because food does not exactly jump into your mouth in a naturalist situation. So what I'm going to start out by doing is gathering a whole bunch of rocks and gathering a whole bunch of sticks, and if the island gets angry at me, I don't care because we're in kind of an early game survival mode right now. So just by walking my face, I'm going to mine with my teeth right now. Nom 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 nom. And hopefully mining with my teeth will give me a whole bunch of rocks. It also gave me a bleed, which is a little bit unfortunate. Hopefully we don't bleed to death. Bleeding to death is definitely a possibility right now. I want to disassemble that so that I can make a suture. There we go. We made a suture. And then I'm just going to heal myself real fast. Now we're no longer bleeding. You kind of want to get rid of bleeds in this game, and you kind of want to get rid of poison. The reason being is there's no, like, hard limit on how much HP you can lose from a bleed or from poison in this game. As I said earlier on in the episode, it is entirely possible to lose your entire health meter to just getting poisoned or just bleeding. It's totally random. Sometimes the bleed heals itself, sometimes it doesn't, and you just lose a character. So I'm glad that we had, like, a needle on us, or at least a claw that I could use to heal myself. I am also going to make a few more of these bad boys. We need some more sharpened rocks. There we go. So we've got our sharpened rocks. Unfortunately, we're getting kind of tired with our stamina, so I'm going to rest for a minute and just kind of hang out. There we go. That filled up our meter all right. And then the next thing I need to do is I'm going to... I can't make a knife yet because I don't have any sticks or anything. Our options here are we can wander around the island and kind of hope that we find sticks, which is a possibility. I mean, it looks like there's some stones right there. It also looks like there's a bone fragment. I'll take the bone fragment because I'm pretty sure I can make that into a bone needle, and that'll allow me to make another suture in case we catch another bleed. It actually looks like we got a big island. Good. I like starting out on big islands. I don't like it when I get playthroughs where I start off on little islands. Now, we do have some twigs over here. That's kind of like sticks, but smaller. I was more hoping that we would find like an actual branch or something that fell off a tree because my reputation is not doing great right now. It's not bad. Like, it maxes out at minus 64,000. So, like, realistically, we're not in that bad a shape, but, well, luck has been somewhat poor lately. So I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to harvest a tree. I don't really want to harvest a tree because it's going to hurt my reputation even further, but that's life. I'm going to put the rock in my hand, and we're going to try to harvest from this tree right here. There's nothing useful to harvest from the maple tree. Chop then. Yes, use it as a chopinator. Now the island is really going to be upset about this. It is not going to be our friend over what we're doing right now, but that should be enough. We got a log and we can disassemble the log into sticks. So there we go. We now have a whole bunch of poles, which means that I can use all of my sharpened rocks to start making tools. However, these ones are mostly broken, so I'm just going to throw them out because the durability matters on your items. When you create a product, it basically has an average of all the durabilities of all the constituent parts that went into it, and so crafting things out of crappy parts is a recipe for a crappy time. And what we need first is a hoe. You might be saying to yourself, that's a weird thing to craft first. Why would you craft a hoe first on a desert island? Because there's kind of a cheesy way to survive, and I'm about to show it to you. You can harvest grass, and in harvesting grass, you will get worms, and you will get grass seeds. And you can eat the worms and grass seeds in order to survive until you find a more reliable food source. And so that is exactly what I'm doing right now, is I'm kind of building up a little snack bar of seeds that I can eat. So there we go. That'll fill up our meter okay. Unfortunately, our hoe is probably not going to survive the situation. I can make a stone hammer with what I have on me right now. The stone hammer is a really useful piece of equipment, even though it's got crappy durability, because it will allow you to repair stuff. Like so. And so anyways, if you repair an item, it reduces the maximum durability, but it puts it up to full durability inside of that maximum. And so it's kind of an important thing to do. I'm going to drink my water real quick. And then I'm going to, well, I don't want to plant seeds. I want to eat some seeds. There we go. We'll just kind of eat some seeds here. And the good news is eating seeds fixes your reputation like crazy. And so it's got kind of like two effects that work out pretty well for us. We're going to stay away from the slime because he's hostile. He's kind of a jerk. I don't know why. You would think something like flubbery like that would kind of be cartoony in a Pixar sort of My New Mutant Best Friend sort of way. But nope, not the case. He'll bite you in the face even though he has nothing to bite you with. It can become a little bit stressful. We also need to find a way to start a fire so that we can boil off this water that we just gathered off the ground with our container. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to make a campfire, and the island is just going to have to forgive me for it. That should be enough to make a campfire, I think. How many do I need for a campfire? You can search through the crafting list down here, by the way. It looks like it requires 5 rocks. I thought it took 4. All right, well, there you go. We've got a deployable campfire now that we can make. I need to find... Oh, there's a house down there. That could be good or bad. Let's rip the Band-Aid off early. Let's go see if the house is inhabitable, because if it is, it saves us a bunch of time and labor building our own log cabin later on in the game. Like, if it gives us a shelter for free, that is not something we should turn up our nose at. However, be forewarned, there's a good chance that there's like a zombie or something in here. It's gonna try to murder us. Well, there was no zombie inside of here. And it looks to me as though we do have a place that we can habitate inside of. It's kind of far away from any sort of usable water supply, which I don't love. But maybe there's water right up here to the north that we can exploit. Let's go ahead and put down our campfire right there. We now have our campfire. I also want to get this grass out of the way. Oh, apparently I can't get the grass out of the way while it's there. There's already a bedroll over here too. Very nice. Now we need to make a fire starter. I accidentally closed my crafting menu. The good news is I gathered all those poles for a reason, because with 2 poles you can make a fire drill. And so we've got a fire drill now, which means that I can light this bad boy. And now that it's lit, we can go to our crafting menu, and contextually we can boil off some water and drink it. And there you go. All of my meters have been appropriately babysat. There's some resin on the ground right here. I don't know if I want tree resin right now. That's kind of useful later, but not right now. You can use tree resin as kind of a glue later on in the game. Oh, good. There's another water supply over here. Well, I'll tell you what. The good news here is we have lots and lots of water on this island, which is going to make our life just so much easier. Like, sometimes you get like a literal desert island where there is nothing. There's no water, and like you're in this early game scramble like to get like a distiller up and running before you die of thirst. Like, it can be a little bit stressful. I'm really happy to report that we did not get one of those stressful starts. All right. What do I want to do now? I need to get a full set of tools. That's what I need. Until I have a full set of tools and weapons, I'm not going to be happy. So I need to gather a few more rocks. We do have a sharp rock right there that is decent in quality, and that one's actually not bad. So I'm going to dismantle that bad boy right there. And I need to get rid of that. And I need to make cordage, but I don't want to use my plant roots to do it. So I need to put these on protection mode. These plant roots right here, you can mix them with a bottle of water, and it will make a poison cure. So if you're dying to poison in this game as a new player, that's how you fix it. Likewise, when you kill animals, make sure you always harvest their teeth, their bones, and their claws, because you can convert those into needles, and a needle and a string will create a suture, and that will allow you to fix bleeding. And that's 2 of the early game, like, major problems fixed right there. All right, so now that I've protected those items from being crafted, I am going to need... Let's strip some bark. Stripping bark is going to give us cordage. And I'm just going to make a whole bunch of cords, because I don't know exactly what I want to make, but I know I want to make something. We can make an axe. That's a really good early game thing to kind of grab onto. And it's an axe that doesn't have too bad a durability. Pickaxe is probably next up on the chopping block. However, I need to drop all of these random stones that I have on me. I kind of want to build a well, because I feel like there's groundwater right here, especially with this moss carpet. I feel like there's definitely groundwater, and I could have an infinite water supply. However, building a well is going to cost me a fortune in reputation. So it's sort of, we got to decide whether or not it's worth it at this point in the game. One thing we could do is we could till the land over here. Oh, we got a worm. Nice. Worm gives you 4 hunger back. We can till the land over here, and we can plant some seeds. Unfortunately, we're not very good at gardening, and it's only slowly going up. There we go. Let's go ahead and we've got a tumbleweed seed right there. I'll plant it. Sure, why not? What else we got? Anything good? Come on. Ah, my hose about to break. Let's go ahead and repair it. Oh, we failed to repair it. There we go. We repaired it. On the plus side, this is leveling up my gardening. So if I have any other seeds around here, like cotton seeds, yeah, exactly. Plant those up. That's another 100 reputation. What's that? Potato seeds? Yeah, let's put down some potato seeds too. We'll treat this area like a little starting garden, I guess. Just to kind of like fix our reputation with the island. This stuff will grow over time. I don't know how much you have to babysit it. I never really got into gardening and growing things in this game. It was never of any particular interest to me. But I do need to gather water. So we'll gather up some water right there. And then it's almost like restful time, I think. Yeah. Let's take a little siesta. That gave us a little bit back. I need to gather up some rocks. And I need to gather up some more poles. So that I can make a pickaxe. And so that I can make 1 or 2 other things. Let's go ahead and see if we can gather some rocks here. There's the rocks. We got them. We are rocked out right now. Make a few more sharpened rocks real quick. And then the other thing we need... Oh, is I have an axe now. Nice. I can actually lumberjack. Let's just go ahead and do it. There we go. We're not going to, like, totally and completely go nuts with the lumberjacking, but we are going to lumberjack it a little bit. Let's go ahead and we will dismantle this guy right here. And I need food, so I'm going to eat a worm because nothing makes the stomach happy like eating some giant nematode that you found on the side of a road. Obviously, that's going to be super healthy and not full of parasites. We also have our fishing rod. If I find a fish, I'd be more than willing to go for it. I just don't know if we're going to find a fish around. I suppose scanning the ocean would be the best way to figure that situation out. I also need to get a fire going so we can boil off that water for later tonight so that we can make it through the evening. Yeah, let's go boil our water first. All right, so we've got the fire lit. We will boil the water real fast. We can also... Do I have the things that I need in order to make a pickaxe? It's not in the fast crafting menu, so I'm going to say the answer to that question is... Oh, yes, there it is. We failed a little bit at making it. Oh, it's got 76 durability, dude. That's so good. Okay, all right, fair enough. Probably not going to need this guy anymore inside of our hotkeys. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw that in there, and then we'll just shift everything to the left. Left side, strong side. There we go. All right. Now that we've got the inventory all nice and arranged, we can think about maybe... There was no fish over there. Might have been a fish over on that side. Let me eat some grass seeds. This just feels so unsanitary to me. This just is the worst. But I suppose when you're suffering, you do the best you can. Actually, I should stoke up the fire a little bit so it doesn't go out while I'm away. Let's go ahead and we will put, yeah, throw that in there, throw that in there, throw that in there. Very nice. So we've got a fire that's lit now. Yeah, throw the grass in there too. Why not? We got a lot of grass on us. Cool. Hopefully that holds for a little bit. But we do have walls around us, which is really, really nice. If I can build a door and finish that off, I'd be pretty happy. Like, that would mean that we are protected from the outside world while we sleep. And honestly, a lot of my deaths happen in this game because I'm trying to catch some Z's. And then monsters run up on me and take my ass out like a sicario while I'm sleeping. And I'm just like, bro, that's not chill. That was very unchill of you, my bro. Okay, so we've got all the stuff on our back right now. I've gathered up what I think will be enough to build a well, but I'm not totally sure. How much do I need for the Wellington? For the well, I'm going to need a rope, and I don't have a rope right now. I need a rope right now. I'm going to strip this bark to get like cordage. There we go. All right. And then we're going to make a cord, a cord, a cord. a rope, and now we just need to build a well. But we need to be very careful that we don't tap out our stamina while we're doing this, because if you run out of stamina in this game, you're basically dead if anything attacks you. You're not going to make it. So, now we can build our well. However, building the well is very, very tiring, in case you were wondering. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm failing miserably right now. We're not very good at building, so our stone crafting is really bad. However, this is leveling up our stone crafting very, very quickly, and so it kind of depends. Like, sometimes, like, in the early game, I usually don't attempt stuff like this. The reason being is, in the early game, it's very easy to work yourself into exhaustion and die. But sometimes, like, if you roll the dice, you get lucky, and despite the fact that you're really bad at crafting, you will be able to make a well early game, which is like a huge come up. And so I figured I would give it a try or two. I guess we'll just kind of live off the land for a little while, but I tapped myself out really, really badly right here, and I'm actually risking death to get that well built at this point. And so we'll just boil out. Oh, there's a giant rat, and I don't have a weapon, and I don't have any stamina. Oh no. Unfortunate. I'm gonna drink the water because that'll restore some stamina. I'm going to equip my axe in my right hand as a weapon. He is trying to fight me. He put a bleed on me, which was kind of a dick move, but now he's dead, so at least that's something. Give me a string. Give me a suture. We're gonna heal up with the suture. And I need to carve his body now. Did I ever make a knife? Or did I just completely forget to make a knife? I think I completely and totally forgot to make a knife. It does seem to be the case that I am missing a knife right now. That's okay. We can use this right here to butcher the corpse. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too wild and crazy that we got off the body. We got a superior quality. Did I mention this game has Diablo-style modifiers that are put on loot just to make it even more interesting. And when you craft using items that have modifiers, there's a chance that it'll be inherited by the final product, which means that this game has a ridiculously robust and complex crafting system. So, like, you can spend entire games basically trying to create a number of ingots to, like, forge, like, a sword that has, like, impact and slashing extra damage on it that'll basically make you a god-killing deity. We got a magical animal claw right there. And then we also got a magical animal hide. So I don't know what kind of rat that was, but apparently it was like a magic Christmas rat or something. I don't know. I'm gonna stoke this fire up a little bit. There we go. So we stoked up the fire. I am going to cook up the giblets just so I have like a meal. And we're going to eat that real quick. My axe is almost broken from fighting. Wait, did I put my... Aw, dude, I put my hammer on. Damn it. I meant to fight with my axe because it had a lot of durability. But apparently I was fighting that guy with my warhammer like Sigmar. Alright, well, that was a mistake. We can do tainted meat. The thing to be aware of, though, is that if you eat tainted meat, there's a chance it'll poison you. So that's going to be your call to determine whether or not it's worth it. In my case, I already have restorative roots on me, so it's not that big of a deal. I can pretty easily cure my poison if I get poisoned. So I'm not going to stress about it too heavily. I would like to come over here and gather up a little bit more water. I'm actually fairly bummed about the fact that we didn't get that well crafted. I don't know, like, how much more I should keep pushing it. It's one of those things that it's just so time-consuming to make a well, because every time you attempt the craft, it basically bottoms out your stamina. And so, like, it's a risk, and I don't know if I want to. Let's go ahead and sleep. We slept okay, so that's good. I need that to be on the ground, and I need the axe to be in my hand. And we one-shot the rat. Good for us. Look at us over here being the rat-slaying killer. Let's go ahead and butcher this guy. He's been butchered. We'll light another fire up, and if I have the stuff for giblets, that's okay. We'll make another batch of giblets that we can greedily shovel down into our gutties to keep us alive for a little while longer. There we go. As we're playing the game, we are leveling up sort of Tarkov style, so everything, including your metabolism, is simulated in this game. And so as you survive for longer and longer on just kind of like these survival rations in the woods, what will end up happening is, over time, your metabolism will get slower. That means you'll hold on to calories better. And I don't know if we've leveled our metabolism up at all just yet, but we can actually take a look at our skills sheet here. Actually, I think metabolism is an attribute in this game, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think it's an attribute. But for the life of me, I don't recall where my attributes are listed. Stuff like strength and stuff like, you know, dexterity and whatnot. I don't remember where the character sheet's at. It's been so long since I played this game last. Get rid of all those right there. I'm going to go fill up my water real fast. And since we are well rested, it may not... Oh, that was an accident. Didn't mean to do that. Well, I think, man, I think I'm going to try to build the well again. I really do. I think I'm going to try and build it. Where were all those rocks and stuff at? Yeah, pick up all items on the ground. Ah, one of my rocks broke. Okay. Drop all of the same quality. Did we at least level up our stone crafting? Yeah, it's going up by like entire percentiles right now, which is fine. Let's go ahead and sleep for a second. There is a spoder that wants to fight us. Spoder fight, tried to bite me in the night. I can fight him with my axe, but I don't know if it's a good idea. Yeah, I'll fight him with my axe, why not? Oh, he poisoned me. Jerk. Alright, let's go ahead and we will butcher the spider, and we will take his web. But we do need to figure out a way to heal ourselves. I have roots, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Let's go ahead and gather up this little puddle of water up here. And hopefully we can get back to base and heal this poison off of us before we lose too considerably large a chunk of our life. However, we are losing it at a very, very fast rate. The fire is lit. We'll get that right there. And then I need these to no longer be protected. I know I protected them in my inventory, but we can unprotect you. We can unprotect you. And then we'll make some medicinal water. And medicinal water should have us right as rain. There we go. Medicinal water got us all nice and patched up. Thank you, random roots that I found on the side of the turnpike. You saved my life. Probably throw that out. Don't really need it. It's kind of broken. I do have some more poles, actually. I'll make another one. That one's not that great either. If at first you don't succeed, try again. 10 out of 12. It's not great. I mean, I prefer one that has like 180 durability, but it's just, you know, not happening for me right now. The universe is being cruel. Although, as my biology professor used to say, nature is neither cruel nor kind, it simply is. Alright, another string right there. We're pretty beat up, man. I could make a suture and get 6 HP back, but I don't know if it's a good idea. I don't know. I kind of want to keep trying to make this well, but I don't know how much time I should dedicate to it. Well, a spider came and is interrupting my ability to make a well right now. I actually don't know if I want to fight him, dude. I'm pretty beat up. If I get poisoned right now, I might not walk it off. We may need to, like, give him a little gap. Like, normally I'm pretty warlike when I play this game, but I'm really interested in not dying on camera if I can help it. And so, like, I'm gonna leave him alone. Then again, We do have some food and whatnot on us. How many medicinal herbs do I have left? Not enough is the answer to that question. We'll drop the spruce needles. I don't think that I need that. Oh, I dropped them in front of myself. Yeah, I'm just going to try to kite him away. There's a fish right there, a red snapper. We could try to catch him. Damn, if I get poisoned right now, I'm toast, dude. Oh, boy. I don't know what I want to do here. Maybe I can get some more stuff off the ground, possibly. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button right now. If I can get another herb off the ground, I feel like, there we go. I got another herb off the ground. Oh, there's 2 of them. Okay. Run away. We need to, like, find and divine a path. And we need to focus very, very hard on surviving this situation. However, they are... Oh, there's an egg over there, too, dude. That's dinner. Ah! Everything has gone wrong, and I am dissatisfied with my island lot in life. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. No! My spear's durability. How could you? I have good news. We escaped from the spiders. Now, the spiders do lock onto you. That's something to be aware of, is that there's really no escaping the spiders. They are going to find us, and they are going to get to us no matter what we do, because they are, like, locked onto your character, basically. I need to boil off some water. So there's my water, and I need to unprotect you. And I will make some medicinal water if I have to. But where these spiders go, dude? The spiders represent kind of a threat that I can't leave standing. The good news is I made a spear for myself, so my damage is way up right now. I made a stone spear. And so the stone spear is working pretty good. We can also butcher these spiders for spider meat. It goes bad pretty quickly, but it is good eatins. There we go. All right, we survived the fight with the spider without being laid low. Went to island in desert, got laid low by a spider. La Araña. Apparently there's a bunch of stuff on the ground right there, too, that I didn't even know was on the ground right there. All right, apparently I live inside of a weird meat cavern. There's just random rotten meat hiding behind everything. We'll throw that on the ground. Throw you on the ground. I guess I can hold on to that other fire drill. It doesn't matter. All right. There are dungeons in this game. Inside the dungeons, you can get into all kinds of fun time fights if you want to. The real nasty stuff lives underground in this game. So you should not venture underground until you feel like you're completely and totally ready for it. Because the underground will mess you up if you're not prepared. You will die. This goes from like survival roguelike to sort of classic roguelike very shockingly quickly in the underground. And so just be forewarned, if you go to the underground too early, you may get schlappitied. The island likes it when you kill spiders for some reason. I don't really, like, I'm one of those guys, like, in real life that I don't really kill spiders. Like, I don't like spiders. Like, I'm not going to let spiders crawl around all over me if I can help it. But that having been said, I live in a swamp, and there are, like, you know, there are mosquitoes everywhere that are quite literally like the size of a silver dollar that like carry off children into the night screaming. And I find that having lots of spiders all over and inside my house helps out with this situation. And like, if I have to tolerate a creature that I'm not like a huge fan of in order to get rid of like something that I absolutely abhor, like a mosquito, that's what I'm gonna do. Like, if they kill the mosquitoes, they're okay with me, man. That's why I never kill skeeter eaters either. Is that, like, you know, they get rid of that which I hate the most. Mosquitoes. Which are far and away just a terrible, terrible animal that makes you question God and just be like, why did you do this? I don't understand. Why was this necessary? Well, I think I may have to accept that the well is not happening. I've spent like all day trying to make the well happen, and I just don't think it's gonna happen. Like, my vitals are getting low, I've got like tasks I need to take care of, and so like as much as I would like for the well to happen, the well does not seem to love me very much right now. Usually I get it by now, but hasn't happened. Luckily, we still have plenty of water laying around, so it's not like we're running out of water and we're trying to do this on a timer, which can be very, very frustrating when it's you trying to survive. But we're okay. We're all right. Let's go back to base real fast. I gotta boil off some water. I really prefer the starts where I start out with 2 water cans. If you start out with 2 receptacles for your water, life is so much easier because you can boil it both off, and then you can kind of like stay out in the wilds for a lot longer without having to come back home and kind of have like a central operating base for survival. But you don't get the double water devices very often. For now, I think I give up on the well. I think it's eaten up enough of my time. I'm gonna go ahead and we will drink our water right now. And I actually just kind of need to eat a whole bunch of seeds. I also kind of have bad news. Our drinking jug has actually gone through all of its durability so far. We get one more drink out of this jug and then we are dead. So what I need to do is I need to gather up some clay, we need to make a kiln, and we need to get ready for that to happen. Because it's gonna happen. Like, there ain't no way around it. Like, either way, what's coming is coming. You can get out of the way, or you can complain about it, but, you know, sometimes it's better to light a candle than curse the darkness. So since we've got 1 meter's worth of water left inside of us, I'm thinking, did I start out with a shovel? I did not start out with a shovel. It don't look like I started out with a shovel. Well, that's a shame right there. That's a real shame. We're gonna go ahead and make one of them right there, and then I need to make myself a shovel. Apparently, I can't make a shovel without 2 strings. So we're gonna go ahead and gather that stuff up first. I wasn't paying attention, and I believe that those chickens are gonna come home to roost now. All right, so we got that right there. And there's my... Come on, give me the shovel. Stop failing at crafting. You have 20% tinkering. How are you still so bad at this? We can take that out of the hotbar, put that on 6. We need to go up and get this clay up here, basically. And there's clay right there on the map. Nope, don't do that. That's a waste of time. We don't need more leaves. We need clay. Clay is what we need. Okay, so now that we're up here with the clay... There we go, and we can make a raw clay jug. And in fact, I would recommend we make a few of these. However, I'm not really good at clay throwing, so it may not go well. However, we've got a couple of clay jugs here. This one... None of these are really worth keeping. We'll throw that one right there because it's in especially bad shape. But... don't need the log for right now. I need tree bark. Oh, and my axe broke. Well, things are just going swimmingly right now, aren't they? Apparently, all of my tools have decided to break right now. All right, fair enough. Whatever. I don't care. You're not hurting my feelings. You're not gonna piss on my sunshine. Everything's gonna be okay. There's the stone kiln right there, which luckily enough, we have enough skill to do. We can build this right here for right now. And we can light it up, and I'm pretty sure... Yeah, we just need corks in order to make this work, which is why I needed tree bark. So I'm gonna see if I can scrape some tree bark off with this sharp rock right here. There's a tree bark. We got another one over here. Tree bark, please. Desire engine, stop hurting me. Okay, there we go. So we got that right there. We've got a little bit of tree bark, and I'm pretty sure the tree bark is used to make corks. Yeah. So I'm gonna whip up 2 corks real fast. And we managed to fire both of our jugs. The downside to that is this jug is basically broken already. I'm pretty sure to repair this, though, you can repair it right next to a fire. And so, or I'm sorry, next to a kiln. Yeah, you can repair your jug next to a kiln if you've got a repair hammer. So now we have 3 water jugs, which is like great. That's super, super rad. And the nice thing is you can boil off water near any water supply. So I need to sort all this stuff by name. There we go. It's been sorted by name. We're gonna gather water right here. We're gonna gather water right there. And then, man, I am stripping this side of the map of water, ain't I? I really needed that well to get built, but unfortunately, I am just not good at masonry. I've gotten 10% masonry skill. I'm guessing it needs like 40 or 50% since it basically negates an entire need from the game. Oh, the fire went out. Weak. There we go. I'll just light it back up. It's fine. There we go. And now we have loads of water supplies. So that crisis has been averted. But don't sleep on this game. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff to craft. Everything from magical gear on up to plate mail, swords. You can fight krakens. You can sail in between islands. You can build your own boats and rafts and things. And you can go where it pleases. Like, I don't think the game actually has an end. Like, I'm pretty sure it just keeps generating islands for you for as long as you want to play. And this is one of my absolute favorite roguelikes. Like, I really, really like this game and can't express to you enough how much I enjoy it. And it just never seems to get any of the fanfare or sunshine that I feel it deserves. So my name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so that you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, we were messing around with Wayward. Tomorrow we would be playing around with something else. Thank you for the luxury of your time. I'll be back when I've got another episode recorded, and that's all I got for you. Bye, everybody.